Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beard, taking a look at the feature race at Del Mar on Friday. Let's throw up the field for the graduation stakes. This is a race for 2-year-old Calbreds going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. 9 entered. The 3 R Heisman, the 6-5 morning line favorite, coming off a stakes placing at Pleasanton. A little green in the early portion of that race. He ran on well at the end.
3 starts already for this horse. I think he's run pretty well in all of them, Dan. I guess I was going to say I'm not surprised he's the favorite, but I'm a little surprised he's the morning line favorite. Didn't you think the 4, Bodacious, would take money in this race?
Surprised that they're jumping off the ship with Bodacious already. He was the favorite in the Bashford Manor last time out at Churchill Downs, and he had a strong excuse in that race that we'll talk about in a second. I think he'll take some money, and maybe R Heisman will drift a bit. R Heisman's trained by Peter Miller. Our expected pace setter, according to our friends at Timeform US, is the number 6 Case Hit. And Case Hit went very fast in his debut victory at Santa Anita, going 5/8 of a mile. Bodacious, the 4, though, if he breaks, I have a feeling he's going to be right there.
I agree. That's exactly how the pace projector has it, Dan. They think this pace is going to be fast with the 4 and the 6 up there. I won't argue with it. Bodacious is a very fast horse. We'll see how it all plays out here. I do think this pace will be fast, though. Maybe it sets it up for one of the closers.
And the horse with the fastest Timeform US late pace rating might be the longest shot in the field. That's the 2, the Gypsy Cowboy, who didn't do too much in the debut at Del Mar. We'll kick things off with the number 1, Nap, who ran pretty well in his 3rd lifetime start. Nap is still a maiden. We'll watch that race at Del Mar back in late July. Showed speed in here, Mike, racing as a first-time gelding. Didn't think the fractions were too fast. Just got tired at the end.
Yeah, I didn't see his excuse in this race. Then it was another slight step in the right direction for him. But this is a horse who's run 3 times now. I can't say that I like any one of his 3 starts to this point, and I wouldn't bet him in here.
Connections forging on with the number 2. That's the Gypsy Cowboy. The Gypsy Cowboy was a big price in the career debut, finished behind I'm a Bad Boy, who's also in this field. Didn't break very well, didn't do much running after that. I guess they're hoping the blinkers wake this guy up.
Yeah, he got away last from the gate there. He was green early there, just way back out running that field. He did run a little bit through the stretch in that race. So, I mean, maybe he needed it, Dan. He was a big price that day. I suspect he'll be a big price again here as they run him back in a stakes race. He's got to improve a lot.
R Heisman is your morning line favorite and a strong contender, a good-looking winner, 2 starts back, albeit at the short distance of 4.5. I thought he finished the race off pretty well. Let's watch the Everett Nevin last time up in Northern California at Pleasanton. In the early stages, it looked like he was a little bit green and steadied back a bit, but I like what he does here. He's able to split horses, and he's rallying strongly inside the winner. He keeps trying hard all the way to the wire.
I thought he ran fine in here too, Dan. He had a little bit of an excuse too, because you pointed out he was in a little early traffic there. It looked like he checked behind horses, lost position, and then he's very game through the stretch. He's only second best there. Liked his maiden win 2 back. He was behind Bodacious on debut, but he ran great that day with a real trip. This horse is pretty good. He's one of the horses to beat.
Bodacious showed big early speed down at Santa Anita when beating R Heisman. Opened up in the blink of an eye and just cruised under the wire off that effort. No surprise. He was favored in the Bashford Manor. He just got cooked. They went 21 and change in a giant field. The race went to closers completely. I think you're supposed to give him another chance off that one.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be too hard on him. It was a tough field anyway. The pace was really fast. He paid the price for contesting it. It was also going 6 furlongs, and now he gets to go 5.5. He was really sharp first time out. Then again, he ran well first time out. He had big speed that day. R Heisman had real trouble behind him, though, and might have run just as well as this horse did.
Bodacious drops back in with Calbreds after running, obviously, in the open Bashford Manor at Churchill. Timty is the number 5. This horse finished well behind R Heisman when earning a stakes placing in the Everett Nevin last time out. Just got up to win the debut at Santa Anita. Probably needs a little bit of a buyer boost, but a lightly raced gelding that can improve.
I mean, he was wide early in that most recent start, and then he just kind of felt like he was no match in there. He got 3rd, but he was way far back. And I don't know, how much you want to hold it against him. I guess you could just go back to his debut where he got bet and sort of judge him off of that one. I don't know. What'd you think of that performance? And I didn't love it. I thought he sort of got saved by the wire that day.
I think he was kind of saved by the wire. It was a good, solid performance in the debut, but not the kind of race where I'm saying he's going to utilize that running style against these. I mean, he showed speed that day. I'm not sure he's as fast as several of these horses, so we'll have to do it a different way. At least he tried it last time out. You mentioned he was wide in the Everett Nevin. Case Hit showed big speed. He's going to show speed again. He's just a fast horse. Let's watch the Frosted Gelding's career debut. He opens up a big lead in the stretch, and he went fast. They went 21 and 3 for the opening quarter, and right about here, Case Hit's starting to get a little bit of the staggers, but the wire comes well in time.
Yeah, he has such a big cushion here that it's not going to matter, but he is tired, and you can see the whole field's gaining on him here in the last 16th of a mile. But he's going to be safe under the wire here. He ran fine. He did go pretty fast early. I didn't love that debut. I feel like even if he tries to show speed like that in here, there are other horses that can go with him. The thing about the debut, Den, is nobody could go with him in there, and he was unchallenged throughout.
I'm a bad boy. The number 7 is still a maiden. He's run well in both starts with competitive figures. He broke real sharp, and his last race at Del Mar was prompting the pace 3 wide. He's looming right here in the stretch, Mike. He just can't get by this favorite on the lead. All in all, I thought it was a good effort, and I think it was probably a good experience for him racing outside of horses leading up to this race, where he maybe can work out a tracking trip in the second flight outside in the clear.
I like that too. The other thing I like about this too, Den, is that all through that he never had the advantage in the stretch there. It never looked like he was going to win, and then he just missed because he really wanted to win that race, and he just missed by a nose with a late lunge there. I just appreciated how hard he tried in that race. Both of his starts are good. Like you, I felt like maybe there was a different trip coming here, and maybe it could work out for him.
Infamous Angel, the number 8's finished behind a couple of these in his first 2 starts at Santa Anita. He found the right field last time out at Los Alamitos. Let's watch this field. Only a field of 5. You only see 4 in the picture. He's 1-2, and he wins like a 1-2 shot should. He's still a little bit green. That's probably why they're putting the blinkers on.
Yeah, blinker addition for this race. We'll see if it moves him up. He's just these low style races are so hard to evaluate for me anyway, Dan. He doesn't look like he's really finishing that well in here, but he's clear. I thought he ran, okay, 2 starts back. That was the case hit race though, where it seemed like everybody was gaining on the leader late in that race. This horse just happened to get second.
The third Peter Miller trained 2-year-old in the field's the 9, Last Call Zondlo, a debut winner in this race at Los Alamitos. He was no secret, bet down to odds on. He prompts the pace from the outside, takes over in the stretch, goes about his business. It's interesting he's listed as a first-time gelding.
Yeah, it is. I don't know about that. Well, I guess maybe we can get some more information closer to post time. I liked this debut though. This horse was a little green early in this race. I like the way he just takes over and goes about his business in the late stages here. He's up in class for this. He's going to have to run better. I think he's interested. I'm going to use this horse.
I remember watching this race on the Simo feed. Good-looking horse, $100,000 son of Stay Thirsty. I like the way he powered away late. Be interesting how he deals with some pace seat breaking from the far outside post. Won't be surprised if he kicks in the stretch. Let's take a look at our top picks for the graduation. I think your top pick's a major contender. I'd have to use R Heisman. Good experience last time rallying into the pace, and I think this time around it just should set up very well for him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like all 3 of his races, Dan. I just think he's run well in all of them. Hopefully he gets a clean trip this time. I'm going to take him on top. I got Peter Miller 1-2 in this race, 3-9. I'm afraid of the 4, though. I think the 4 in some ways is the horse to beat.
I think the 3, I'm a big boy. Our Heisman's my a horse that's going to be very strong in here. I'm a bad boy. I'd like to give one more chance. He's got a race over the track. He tried hard that day. I think he's going to try stalking tactics outside, and he might be a playable price. 3947 for Mike, 7316 for me. And Friday's graduation at Del Mar. Good luck.